Hey there, everyone. Good morning. It is Friday. I almost said February. April 11, 2025, and I'm Laurie Barraco, and I am here with you, hopefully live. So I'm going to wait just a moment to make sure that the streaming software is going where it should be. Hey there, good morning. It looks like we have a go on Instagram, and so I'm going to just take a moment to make sure that I'm live in all the places because it did show me that there were some errors. So if you can see me, can you please comment in the chat area so that I know you can see me? I see some people on YouTube. Okay, well, it looks like things are a go, even though when I went into the streaming software about 2 minutes ago, it said there were errors. So I think you can see me. So I can see I am on YouTube. I am not sure if I am live on my Facebook page or in the group live. It looks like I might be in the live, so in the Astro Lounge. So I'm just going to check in to see if you don't mind. I apologize for things taking a hot minute or two. Let's see. Nope. Hold on here. Good to go. Okay, well, it's so weird how this I don't think I am live in the group. All right. So weird. I apologize for anyone who cannot see me here. Goodness. All right, well, we'll see what happens here. We'll get it one of these days, won't we? Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't want to work. Oh, well, I'm going to leave there and just see if I am here in the lounge live. I don't think I am. Okay, so what I'm going to do then, I'm so sorry. I'm going to go to my Laurie Barraco Facebook page and hopefully I'm live there. Not sure if I am. Okay, hold on here. So it looks like I'm mainly live on YouTube. I don't see, it doesn't look like, and Instagram. I see a few of you here on Instagram. Hey there, Judy. Hey, friends on Instagram. It just looks like the Facebook live in the groups. And let me just see if I'm live in there. Nope, not happening. So weird. Okay. Well, anyway, so what I will do then is I'm going to just, if you could just bear with me for just 1 second and then we will connect. Hold on here and start talking about this week's topic, which has to do with the full moon that's taking place tomorrow. Okay, sorry. All right. I'm going to share it on Facebook in the Astro Lounge at least. And bummer. What in the heck? Here we go. Okay, there we go. All good. All right, so thank you for bearing with me. My goodness. Just when I thought I had it all figured out. See, even professional psychics can sometimes have an issue. Okay, so, and I want to make sure I have my content here. Believe it or not, I was getting ready earlier and I was ready earlier. All right, so here's the blog material. I will share it in the comment area. And then, oh my gosh, I am going to smudge. Here we go. All right, there we go. All right, so away we go. So we're going to take a little bit of the sacred smudge and we're going to get started with the computer glitches and the whatever the heck is going on there. Find my flow. All right, so let's all just take a moment. I'm going to smudge my little computer here. Here we go. You're all better now. You're all better, Laurie. All right, so hey guys, how are we doing? Aside from all of that fun stuff, how are we doing? It's so good to see all of you here on YouTube for now. And yeah, there's been a little bit of a glitch here with the other channels. Not sure, but it's all good. All good. All good. It does look like it's trying to send the data to the other places too, but we'll see. Maybe it will. It's telling me I'm offline. I'm not. Okay. I'll just save it and we'll see what happens. Okay. Anyway, so hello and welcome. It is Friday, April 11th, 2025, and I am Laurie Barraco, and I'm here to talk today about the full moon in Libra, which is taking place tomorrow, and what some of the energies are for us to, understand a little bit more so, and how to utilize these streams of energy that we're all feeling. It's like waves of energy, and it really does help to understand what's happening during the different phases and times of the seasons. And as we're on this planet, everything affects us, right? And some full moons or new moons or eclipses affect us, and retrogrades affect us more than others. Then we're going to add into that collective mix all of the things that we're all going through on a personal level and a collective level. And I want to remind all of you that we are here to experience. We're here to have experiences for our highest and best good, to grow, to learn, to honor relationships, and to have some fun on this amazing planet, right? So there are challenges on this planet, but we also live, on a gorgeous planet with the elements and nature, and we have the ability to hug and to love and be with our humans that we love and our pets, and we're here for the whole enchilada. Okay, so I've shared the material. If you're on Instagram or watching later, you could go to the mysticalmoonstore.com. And if you go under the blog section, you'll find the blog about with the material about the full moon in Libra. So the theme of this full moon is reclaiming balance, beauty, and truth. Hey, that sounds kind of fun, right? So we're entering a powerful and illuminating lunar moment with this full moon in Libra at 23, almost 24 degrees, a sacred time to align, rebalance, and reconnect with our truth. The moon peaks on Saturday, the 12th, April 12th at 8:21 p.m. Eastern Time, lighting up the night sky and your inner world. Libra, ruled by the planet Venus, invites us to lean more into grace, beauty, and harmony, both within ourselves and in our relationships, right? So Venus is about beauty, and it's not always physical beauty too, right? It can be the beauty of someone's personality and their light and their heart and their energy, right? So those things, so with that influence, we may feel that like a magnet, feeling drawn to certain people or rituals or meditations within ourselves, and spirit's helping us to draw that out more so into our lives and with our relationships. So you might be able to see more of the light or the beauty within someone else, that maybe you've been challenged with them, or maybe that relationship is confrontational or complicated. Yes. So that might be a theme that you're noticing, and you might experience it the opposite, and people might be seeing you in a different light and experiencing your energy and that connection in a different way, and being able to see the clear intentions or the energy, the influence behind your actions and or inactions. So this is a time when the cosmic mirror is crystal clear. With Chiron, the wounded healer, sitting opposite this full moon, many of us feel our triggers being activated, especially in the realm of love, worthiness, and the desire for reciprocity. But this isn't meant to throw us off. It's meant to help us rise. When we see clearly, we can choose consciously. And that, my friends, is where the magic lives. I'm going to repeat myself, but I do know it's important that I try to drive this point home. The more you trust your intuition, the more aligned in the natural flow of your path you will be. The more you can trust and recognize your patterns, see things for what they are and what's for your highest and best good and what is a trigger for you, the more you will be in that flow and the more you will be able to anchor in and embrace your life and thrive and not just survive. Learning how to trust your intuition and utilize your best and highest gifts that you came here on this planet with is really important. It's not just to predict the lottery numbers, right? You can't just, it's not just to use that, but it's to help you discern things. Maybe you'll win a little bit on a lottery ticket or something, but it's to help you to honor your path. Yes, it would be nice to win the lottery, but if you aren't happy within yourself and honoring your soul's journey, you're not going to be happy at the end of the day after all of the things, after the joy and the celebration of paying your bills down and all of that. Money is just a thing, right? It can bring in a sense of peace and security, but if you are not aligning with your purpose, you will still be unsatisfied and not happy. So there's my soapbox. I'll get off that for a minute. So does that make a little bit of sense? I'm going to switch over here to some of the comments that we have here. Oh, let me get over to Restream, not YouTube. Okay. Hey there, good morning, friends. Good morning. So it does look like on the streaming software, I'm mainly on YouTube, and that's okay. I'll share the links later for Facebook. So hopefully that material does make sense for you, or with you, or to you. So Abby says, good morning, everyone. Oh yeah, and Ann says that Facebook gives an error message going to the events. It's done that lately. There's some glitchiness there within social media. I'm just gonna say it. I don't know if I mentioned. No, I don't think I've been live since last Friday. And then I'll get back into the material here with the full moon in Libra that I did share on the Mystical Moon page, which I have access to because it's my page, right, for now. And I'm not surprised I'm saying that, but I tried to share the weekly newsletter and it pulled it, said it was dangerous. The same thing on my personal profile to share the newsletter, and it said, nope, you can't do it. So there was some glitchiness there. So we're just going to let that be. We're going to surrender it. But that's why I really do encourage you to sign up for the newsletter, whether it's my Laurie Barraco newsletter or the Mystical Moon newsletter. Go to those websites and you'll be able to sign up, right? So okay, and so I'm just going to check out some of the comments. So good morning, Avi. And Christine says her birthday is April 13th. So your birthday is the day after the full moon, right? So happy birthday, Aries friend. And just know that when your birthday is around a lunar event or any type of astrological event, that energy is amplified for you. So you might really, really, really find yourself pulled towards finding balance. You might be shown more of your triggers. So just know that you might be extra sensitive these days. And so if that sensitivity is coming up, just kind of honor it and ask Spirit to help you with moving through it. Okay. Okay. And Kim says, makes sense to her. So I'm just going to switch on over to Instagram. Hey there, friends. All right. So back to the material. So what this full moon means for you. So think of this as this moon is a spotlight on the spaces where balance has been lost, relationships that feel one-sided, commitments that don't reflect your values, or habits that drain your peace. It's not about blame, but it's about awareness. And with that awareness, we get to choose a new, more empowered path. This lunation is also asking you to soften and strengthen at the same time, the duality. It's a delicate dance, but it's so very Libra. So can you be gentle with yourself and still make strong, clear decisions? Can you hold space for love while choosing truth? The answer is, why, heck yes, you can. I know you can. And so, yes, you can, I promise. So I'm going to share some of the rituals for the full moon. This full moon, full moon. So some of the things to help you during this cosmic event are mirror, work, and journaling. Look into a mirror and say, I see you, I hear you, I love you. And then journal, where am I out of balance? What truth is this full moon revealing to me? What relationships or dynamics do need a reset? And where can I offer myself more grace? So as you're journaling, I do invite you to put some music on or go to a place where you won't be disturbed. Give yourself a little bit of time and space to get into the mood, to get yourself into that relaxed space where you're open, you feel safe, you're connected. So it might be music, it might be that you have a crystal bowl that you play a little bit, it could be that you use a tuning fork, whatever it is that you know helps you with getting into that Zen space where you can, connect without being disturbed. Go do that, right? And then write out some of these questions, maybe print them out, but give yourself space within your journal or your notebook for the answers and just let it kind of come together. Another thing you could do is to work with sage and rose and sage full moon cleanse. Use a blend of rose petals and sage, or the white sage and then a lavender spray to cleanse your space. Light a candle, the full moon candle with selenite is perfect, and visualize clearing old cords, stagnant energy, and anything that's weighing down your spirit. If you're sensitive to oils or herbs, then use a salt. Make sure you can use an Epsom salt that's plain, right, without any of the oils in it, and just test it on your skin. You always want to make sure that if you have sensitive skin or if you're about to take a bath, that you want to test it on the back of your hand to make sure you don't have an allergic reaction, because that would not be fun. A Venusian self bath, right? So self-love bath. So creating a soothing bath ritual with rose quartz, a drop of lavender oil, Epsom salt, and rose petals. Play soft music, dim the lights, and soak with the intention of self-worth, beauty, and emotional healing. You can also use the candles, as I mentioned. So I kind of blended those together. So you can go around your space with some sprays and working with the candles, but you can also blend those two rituals together with a bath, with the candle, if you want. Do you need all the things? Not necessarily, but you can still use your intentions, because sometimes it's not doable going to the store and so on and so forth, or we don't even feel like going out. That happens to me a lot. I just don't feel like leaving the house, right? So your intention is what's most important, is what you're intending for the bath or the cleansing to look like for you. So some crystals to work with are rose quartz for heart healing and compassion, lepidolite for emotional balance, selenite to cleanse and bring clarity, chrysoprase for forgiveness and acceptance. And so with working with these, you can work with the intention, I honor my truth, restore my balance, and choose love from a place of clarity. And this full moon, and every full moon, is a gift, even if it feels intense at moments. Use it to reflect, release, and realign. Relationships can be reborn, self-worth can be reclaimed, and peace can be restored. You are your own anchor. And when you return to your center, everything else aligns. Always, 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 always. So I'm just going to check in on some of the comments. And Kimberly says, I feel like all my relationships need a reset. Then that's what needs to be, right? So I would say to try not to be so drastic with the reset, right? If you're seeing and reflecting like, I'm not connecting, I'm not connecting, I'm not connecting. Well, maybe it's you first and foremost that needs that reboot, right? So, like a computer, turn it off, and the computer and the printer, right? Always turn it off and start it again. And then that's that reboot for yourself, So, turn yourself off, which could mean unplugging, going into hermit mode a little bit, go for a walk in nature, get a lot of rest, take a nap, and disconnect. Do whatever you do to help you with disconnecting, cord cutting, cleansing your auric field, sage, intention, sound, whatever it is, and then reboot yourself. Give yourself a little bit of time to recalibrate. And I'm not just talking 5 minutes. I'm saying if you could, whether it's a 24-hour period, it's going to look different for everyone. However, you do need to kind of like step back, reset, and then get back in, right? And so you're saying there's too much drama. So that's a trigger, right? I don't like drama either, but yet then, we're human and there's drama. And you have the choice of engaging or disengaging and hovering from a place of non attachment, which is not always easy, especially during this moon, since the focus is on relationships, right? So a reboot is great, a reset is great, but first start with you and just reflect upon this. What is it about the drama? What is it? Is it a common theme with this situation or these people? Is it part of my path and a theme in my path where I get sucked into it? And what can I do to disconnect and not engage, right? So that can help as well. I hope that helps. I'm just going to check on Instagram. Hey, Instagram friends, I hope you're all doing well. And I'm so sorry if anybody has been on Facebook and then clicked over here to see that it disconnected. And Christine says, I recognize drama and stay out of it. I try to avoid it at all costs, but sometimes there's that trigger, and that is what this moon is doing. It's showing us like, whoop, here's a trigger. You forgot about this one. Let's apply what you've learned, what you know to this trigger to help you move out of it and phase out. And you're welcome, Kimberly. So if there are any other questions around this moon and just anything anybody wanted to share, speak into the space, feel free to type it in the chat area. So I'm going to wait a moment just to see if any comments. I know sometimes it takes a moment for the comment to show up. And if not, that's okay. So I did want to share something that as I was getting ready earlier, that Spirit was sharing with me, and then I want to share with you to relay it to you with you. And so many people are awakening with their intuition and embracing their sensitivities to energies and the environment, like their environment that they live in, and people, places, and things that you're connected with. And so what it can be very helpful is to wear your power jewelry, the symbols, the power jewelry that have symbolism to you, those statement pieces, right? That help you anchor in a certain consciousness or feeling and help you with staying grounded while all this other stuff is going on, right? And so I'm kind of seeing like having these gorgeous medallions or like onks that are huge and stuff, and wearing a t-shirt. But you can definitely like tuck it in your shirt. There's nothing wrong with having it on you or close to your body in your energy field. Keep it close to you. So if you maybe don't have a statement piece that is jewelry, or maybe it's like a carved crow or raven and it's pocket size, maybe you could have it close to you on your desk or in your purse or in your pocket. Try to keep these high energy symbol representations of anchoring higher consciousness and protective energy in your field. So for me, I've been drawn to wear my Larimar that has dragon claws. So this to me is one of my statement pieces, and I feel very connected with it. And another one is my High Priestess moonstone from my first spiral initiation. So it's not a giant piece, but it has a lot of energy and it has a lot of meaning to me and for me, to me, for me. And it keeps me very anchored and it helps me to remember my path, my journey, the wisdom, the sacrifices, and the hard work that I have put forth. So I'm going to invite all of you to take a look around and call out, see what statement pieces or crystals or whatever it is. It doesn't have to just be jewelry or crystals. It could be a little book. It could be a saying. It could be an affirmation. It could be something that someone gave to you. It could be a tumbled selenite that just has a lot of meaning for you, that allow those pieces to call to you. And I do feel in this instance, it probably does need to be a physical thing because we're physical in this instance. I mean, you could grab a quote from the air and anchor it in your heart, but this has to do with having something physical of a different frequency. That's a physical matter thing with you, on you, to take with you, to anchor energy, and that you have a connection with. All right, so don't be surprised if you've already been feeling guided or pulled to pull out those things, those necklaces or earrings or rings or bracelets that you haven't worn in a while or connected with in a while. So I'm going to see if anybody resonates with that or feels a connection with that message from Spirit. And so for me, it has been varying as well, what the things I'm drawn to. I have found myself digging out old little sacred little boxes or keepsakes, seeing what's in there. Like, what's in there? What's calling to me? And pulling it all out, or working with it, or having it by my, bringing it into the shop, or having it in my office or next to my bed at home. Any thoughts or comments, friends? I'll just wait a moment or two, and then I will open the space for some questions on this beautiful Friday morning here in Southwest Florida and wherever you're at. I know some of my friends are from different places, different states, different parts of the country. And if you're watching afterwards, I'm so sorry that I missed you. And Michelle says, I've been feeling drawn to my carnelian. See, so just go with it, right? Lean into it, feel into it, ask who or where, what's calling to me, what energies, where am I drawn? Where's that magnetic pull? Yeah. And so Anne says she's felt compelled to bring out her pendulum recently, and thanks for the reminder. I think it's in a pocket. I think I need to get it out before it goes in the washer. You're welcome. Hey, your pendulum saying, I'm in here. Just grab me before you put me in the wash. Hello. Oh my gosh. All right, so I invite if anybody who's watching live here has a question, type it into the chat if you'd like me to share a message from Spirit. If not, it's okay. I understand. On that note, I'm going to ask if this has happened to anyone else. With time really flying by this week, it feels like I've been trying to cram in like a lot of stuff in one day, and it just feels like time is really escaping me. Is it because it really is? Is it because I'm playing catch up? Is it because I have this illusion that some part of me is kind of walking through murky, thick mud. I don't know, but I'm surprised it's Friday already. It's been a long week, but yet it's also gone so quickly. And I just think that there's a lot of ping pong energy going on. There's this that's happening, then that, and then a lot of things being thrown at us. And I do believe that our nervous system, like as a collective, the nervous system, it's in like this loop over and over and over and over. So I know it's really important that we intentionally go to and do the things that soothe us. We need some soothing to deregulate, to ground ourselves, and to decompress at the same time. Okay, and Anne says, getting it now. Okay, good, get that pendulum. All right, Christine, any advice or guidance from Spirit that I should be aware of? You got it. We'll take a look, and I am using this month's deck. It's the Spirit Song Tarot by Paulina Fay, also known, she goes by Paulina Cassidy. So we have this deck in the online store and in the shop. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, for Christine, any guidance or message from Spirit? So you've got the bunny here. It's the Empress. So there's so much creativity that is afoot with you. Just try not to allow yourself to be pulled into every creative nudge, pull, magnetic draw, right? So it's all of the things at once, but I feel like there's also something that you have started already, and you're kind of like maybe halfway there. Try not to allow yourself to be distracted by shiny objects. The creativity, the flow of creative ideas and juices are at an all-time high for you. However, it doesn't mean you need to act upon everything. There is also a sense of renewal. So I don't know if you have been feeling really tired and you have been changing your diet, meaning maybe you're cutting back on coffee or caffeine, or have been adding maybe apples or different types of supplements. I'm also saying that the changes that you have made, they're starting to take effect for you. Okay, so creative ideas are afoot. Write them down, and remember, you don't have to act upon every one. So I'm going to switch over to Instagram. See if there are any questions on Instagram. Not at the moment. Yeah, that's all right. We'll see. I know I have a little bit of a delay here. Keep drinking my water. Okay, good. Resonates. Christine says yes. So next I see Michelle has a question. Does Spirit have any general messages for you? Of course Spirit does. Of course. Why, yes, of course. Okay, I'm going to pull one right from the top. You have the Page of Shells reversed, which this is the Page of Cups reversed. You know, this is an interesting message. I'm hearing you don't have to fake it. You can be neutral. And you may feel a little deflated these days. I'm validating that you may feel kind of like, these days, like, I don't have anything to get excited over. It's like having some money and going shopping and just saying, nothing's catching my eye. And that's where I feel like you're kind of in that in-between space. So things may not be catching your eye these days, and that might be kind of frustrating for you. So just know that this is kind of an in-between time, and I'm going to encourage you to kind of really think about this full moon, about relationships and where you're not in balance. So I feel that there are also some things that are trying to phase out, some projects, belief systems. It would be a great time to declutter, and maybe work with your favorite object, right? So as I was talking about your power pieces, your statement pieces, the things that have meaning to you, could be a little statue, it could be a prayer card. There's something there that I felt like that will help you in this in-between time. So I'm going to wait for a moment to see if the comment makes sense for you. For you or to you. All right. Sometimes it's just like, I don't know, or what do you want for dinner? I don't know. I'm not sure. Nothing's calling out to me. Indecision, indecisiveness. Okay, so I'm going to see if Michelle has a comment here. Hey, Judy. I see Judy's on Instagram. Hey, Judy. Hey, another Judy. And Michelle says, wow, that makes total sense. You got it, friend. So sometimes we're in that season of meh, right? Kind of like laughing, but it's not funny. I know it's not. So, because it could be really frustrating. And you might even be, observing people, thriving and so excited. And you're over here saying, I'm kind of neutral. I don't know. I'm waiting for something to happen. And sometimes we're in that space. Hi there, friends. Hi, Jessica. And then I see there's Chanley. Hello. Okay, so I'm gonna see. Oh wait, let me go back to Instagram. See if there was a question. Hey there, Judy. I see here waving back at me, waving back at you. All right. So the next question was for Jessica, Grand Rising, Jessica. So Chanley, I'm just gonna, because I just see some comments here. Chanley says, what to expect during the full moon? I have a link. Here you go. I'm going to place that link again for the blog. I did go over that material. You can watch the replay or read the blog as well, my friend. Yep. And Michelle says, definitely meh. Meh is a thing. Meh is a thing. It's a powerful thing because it shows us that, well, maybe I'm phasing out of a certain stage or season and I'm complete. Just waiting for the next one to come along. It's like waiting for the next train to come along. I'm at the station, got off one, and I'm just in between, and there's not much to do at this train station, just waiting for the next train to take me to the next part of my destination, which it will come. But you won't be at that train station waiting forever, which is good news. All right, so with Jessica, does Spirit or my ancestors have any general messages for you? So let's see. Your collective. So here we go. We're going to pull a card from the top. You have the Nine of Crystals, which is the Nine of Pentacles. So the message I'm getting for you is it's time to treat yourself a little bit. Don't go crazy, but it's time to reward yourself with a little bit of that money that you have tucked away. Sometimes we put money in the kitty, or we have, that mad money. Being practical is a really important stance to take, or to a mindset. However, we are physical beings, and sometimes the reward is better, that satisfies our heart, our mind, our body, our spirit, is a physical thing. So if there's a book you wanted to purchase, or maybe there's a purse that is in your budget, within your budget, or maybe there's a cute hat or something, that Spirit's encouraging you to treat yourself with a physical reward for the efforts and the hard work for being a responsible adult. So we're just giving you a permission slip right now. Okay. So within your means, go treat yourself. Go treat yourself. Okay. And it could even be something, I do feel like it's where you're receiving something. So it could be an object, or it could also be something like a massage, a facial, getting your nails done, a manicure, something that you know is going to feel good for you. Okay. Or to you. So that's your message, my friend. And Jessica says, wow, I've been wanting to get my hair done, but I'm so cheap. Hey, you're responsible, friend, right? You're a strategizer with your money, right? So hair is a big thing, right? So I'm a Leo moon, so we've got the hair thing going on here. But hair, it crowns your crown, right? Your hair frames your crown. We look at our hair all the time, and when your hair feels right, looks right, and when it's on point, it just really, lights us up. And it is something to um, I think it's important to treat ourselves every once in a while. All right, so there's your permission slip to go to your favorite stylist and who knows you, knows your hair, knows your personality, and go, get your hair did. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to switch over to Instagram. And there's a question from Judy. Any messages from Michael? Is he at peace? I'm Judy, yes, he's at peace, but there are still some situations that are still frustrating. He's saying, how could they not be frustrating? I feel that he's showing, so I'm receiving the message that he's showing me like those plaques: love, wait, live, love, laugh. And I felt that's his advice for you. So I don't know if you have that plaque or you looked at it lately, or he says, I know it's corny, but those are some good rules to live by for life. So he's at peace, but there are still some things that, oh my gosh, what the heck? I feel like he sees what's going on. It's something, some situations are not going to change. Some people may not change, but you only have power over your reaction, and give it up. Just give, he says, you got to keep giving it up and not worry yourself so much. I love you. I love you. I love you. I know you know that. And I'm so sorry that we did not get to grow old together. I feel like he had a fun sense of humor. He says, now's your chance to get away from some of those situations, and he's laughing. And Judy, do you have like a sleep machine or something in the background that helps you with relaxing? Some people have those, the wave machine, or it's like a clock or a radio that helps with that, or like a background noise machine. I felt like that would be really important for you to work with, so you could have more restful sleep and a deeper sleep. So I'm going to see if the messages resonate. So yes. I'm not sure if this message is for Judy or someone else. But I'm having like Sesame Street influence, and it's the Muppets. I'm just seeing the Muppets there. So there's something with the Muppets, and I think it's the Muppets with the song of do 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 do. I don't know why I'm hearing that, but I'm going to pass that on. So it could be a reference to watching Sesame Street with a grandchild and a memory, and how he's there with them, observing and seeing what's going on, so that he's not missing a thing, that he is in spirit, but I see everything that's going on. And I apologize for my sort of singing. Do 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 do. And it's the Muppets where they're dancing and stuff. Oh, so you've got just tea, and that is him. Thank you. You're very welcome. And that's exactly what he says. I'm glad to hear that he was able to come through and validate that connection. So some type of I do feel like the background noise, it's like a rhythmic background noise. So like they have the Calm app and then they have those radios or those sound machines. Some people have a fan on. I feel like that he is suggesting that that will help you with restful sleep. Okay? He would tell you to let things go. Yeah. Now is your time for freedom. It's like and I'm going to repeat what I hear him saying. This is your time for freedom, baby. Get on out of there. Go, run. He's making a joke out of it, but then he says, no, seriously. Yes. Okay. And I know, and I am so sorry for your loss. I know that he will continue to be around you, okay? And to pop in here and there to remind you that you are such a beautiful soul and that he loved you dearly. You were a great love, the love of his life. Okay. Oof. All right. I'm gonna go to my comments here. That's right, Abby. Abby says on YouTube that taking care of your hair and skin is self-love. Heck yeah, my friend. Which reminds me, I am due to go see my magical esthetician, Donna. I need to make that appointment. That's my second reminder. So I don't need a third. 2 is plenty. I'm gonna go treat myself. So let me just switch back over here. You're very welcome, Judy, and I'm so glad there was like this was synchronistic that you popped on at this time, and I know you can feel his spirit. So when you hop off the electronics here, just take a moment and just feel his energy. Grab your tissues and allow yourself to feel all those emotions and let those waves move through you. Okay, so I'm going to move on to this YouTube page. I got that song in my head. Do, 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 do. All righty. So Kimberly has a question. Does Spirit have any advice regarding a major life decision I am struggling with currently? So here's what I know, and I have been guiding my clients with these days with people who were like, oh my gosh, I don't want to make the wrong decision. It might be best for you to let the dust settle right now. Let things kind of settle so you can give yourself also a little bit more time to get used to the feelings. Sometimes we're in shock and just like and there are the triggers that come up and it's just a lot. And with time, we don't become completely desensitized, but we kind of digest a little bit more of that influence and we get used to the idea and then we start to think more clearly. It's better to not react when you're in the thick of it. Just give things a little bit more time for things to fall into place. I felt like there are some pieces to the puzzle that will come more into your field of awareness that will help you with feeling more confident about what to do with the next phase of your life. This is the 4 of feathers, which it is the 4 of swords. And the message from this deck is sanctuary and rest. So this just validated the message that was coming through to wait and rest. Intentionally put yourself in your sanctuary, wherever your sanctuary is. Is it at a park? Is it in your car? Is it in the bathroom? Wherever it is where you can shut out the outside world and let decisions come to you organically where you feel more confident. I am also going to invite you to put your hand on your heart and hand on your heart, one on your solar plexus, and move into the energy of your body and allow your body to guide you in the situation. Think about this situation like your choices, left or right, and allow the body to tell you. You might even say, okay, which, have choice A to the left, choice B to the right. And as you navigate and turn your energy inwards, see which way your body's leaning. Is it this way? Is it that way? And then bring yourself to center and just let yourself go this way. I kind of feel like the path to the left, which might be a longer path or the more difficult path, but it is more in alignment with your values and like your integrity and that suits you better is for your highest and best good. You know, sometimes people say, just give me the direct, blunt path. And I feel like that's not you. It's more of that softer feel energy that aligns with your values and who you are. I'm going to see if that message resonates for you and with you. And Judy, you're very welcome. Okay, just take a moment to see if there are any comments. And I do, as I'm waiting for the comment from Kimberly, I do know this, that the decisions and choices that we make are also decided in spirit as well. So we think we're doing everything here, but there are influences that come through our spirit as we co-create with others, and what is to be experienced is going to happen, right? So it's like if we are moving down a pathway that's not for our highest and best good, and spirit says, nope, we're going to have this event come in to have you go over here to take you out of that situation. So just remember that. No wrong decisions. And you're welcome, Kimberly. So true. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to Instagram to see. I know there was a question from Janet. Any advice messages? Hey there, Janet. Okay, let's see. I'm going to be live until 11 a.m. And then my techie self is just wanting to get over to check on the glitch on Facebook. So I'll be signing off at 11 here. Okay, so Janet wants to know if there are any messages for her, any advice. So we'll just cards and see what comes out. Janet, you have the Six of Crystals, which is about synergy, gratitude. This is the Six of Pentacles, which is reminding you what you put forth eventually makes its way back to you. So even though you may be tired, even though you may be overwhelmed, it's really important you don't lose sight of the longer term goals, longer lasting goals, the stability, the being able to relax and settle in and not be constantly in the moment, right? So I do think you're doing your best to be in the moment. However, sometimes we only, it's a short term experience, and it's like what happens after that, and we all know nothing's 100%, but I felt like you're still kind of in that loop of short term for the time now in the interim. And just know that the efforts, the intention that you're putting forth, and even if it's just doing a couple of things a day, working towards that longer term goal, if it's saving money, if it's decluttering, whatever it is, the short term, that what you're doing here is helping with the longer term goals. So you're making progress, even if you can't see it over the horizon yet. It is over the horizon. The timing, though, is important for you to not put strict guidelines around your intentions and your goals and the manifestations that you intend for yourself. Okay. All right. So I'm going in the order here that I have received them. I think Anne was next. Where's Anne? Ah, there we go. There's Anne. Oh, I'm sorry, Anne, I skipped over you. There you are. So Anne's question is, any advice for working with my long-term fearful foster dog, especially once the other current fosters with stronger personalities have moved on? Okay, so this is an interesting thing with this dog. have you already started doing this reading to the dog? I got this dog likes to be read to. Whether it's a newspaper, the Inquirer, a book, I don't know what's on TV, subtitles. This dog loves to be read to. There's something within that. And I know this is an odd question, Anne, but do you have any children's books at home? I'm just feeling like this dog loves to be read to. Kind of weird, no? But that's the message I'm getting. Let's read to the doggy. The doggy likes to be spoken to and loves stories. So whether you have a book or not in front of you, I also think that the dog loves storytelling and just the dialogue, the back and the forth and the conversation. Just sweet baby. So the card I selected was the Page of Feathers reversed, which is the Page of Swords reversed. So the message I'm getting is that there's no wrong way of interacting with this dog, because this dog chose you and you chose this dog to share your lives together at this time. So there's nothing, you're doing an amazing job is what I'm hearing. You're not leaving any stone unturned, and you're being very gentle and kind, and this dog sees your heart. Just continuing to open your heart and they will open theirs too. A sweet dog. I talk to him all the time. I don't know, but I'll try that. Funny. He's touch adverse. See? So he's not like, I don't want a lot of touch, but the talking will help him, the dialogue and the intention, and telling him, look, I want to cuddle you. I want to love on you. And I do feel like that helps him with trusting you, the heart to heart. Okay, good. You talk to him all the time. Yeah. Okay. So there you go. Spirit knows what Spirit's talking about. No? You're welcome. And so I'm going back to Janet on Instagram. Janet says, thank you. I felt I needed to seek a financial advisor, and my gut tells me it was a good choice for the long term, even though I am 73. Awesome. So that you're still being proactive. And I think that's like the stronger message of Spirit. Just every little bit that you're doing is a step and moving forward, being proactive. All right, so it is 11 o'clock. So let me just see if I can find one more question. One more, uno más. So this is Mystical G. Hi, I would like to know what was my past life like 500 years ago, just briefly. Well, that's a good question. So let me just tune in. All righty. So I'm being pulled to Central, Europe, and I see you as a male, and I see you working like not a rancher, but you did have land, and you had a lot of animals, and they were but it's like I see you training them and working with them, like some horses, some I'm trying to figure out what that other animal is that I'm seeing. I feel like it's mainly okay. So these are two opposite things, but I'm going to give it to you what I'm getting. So I'm seeing you with land. I'm seeing you with training and working with horses, where you and birds, where you would help train them. You raise them, you bred them, and you help train them. And people bought them for, say, travel, for, say, as messengers, for like exotic. So like I see exotic birds that you had brought in from other places and you train them. I know this is kind of like so random, but like that's what I'm seeing. So there's something about that in this lifetime you have a connection with behaviors, and that's why you were so successful with working with the soul, whether it was the horse or with the person or with these exotic birds. Like those are two opposite things, but hey, that's what I'm getting. So but you were able to work with the soul being of these beings, of these living creatures, and were able to help them with giving them purpose with their jobs, and with training. You also worked with training or breaking unhealthy habits, mainly of horses. But I see that the horse thing is such a strong aspect within that lifetime. And I do see in that lifetime also, you did have a wife and you had a lot of children. You had 8 children in that lifetime. And it was like you weren't afraid to get down and get into, like, with earthy and dirty. And I also see that you were of a larger stature male. So I felt like you were like 6'5" and very naturally of a larger build. I just feel like broad shoulders, big chest, big arms, very like sturdily built. And I felt like I want to go to like the um Slavic type, like so central. So at that time I felt like it was like from Slavic nation. Okay. All right. Let's see what your comments are. Okay. Woo. Very interesting. And so Anne says, did you talk to him all the time, that puppy dog? Wesley. His name is Wesley. He's welcome. And you're welcome, Anne. Thanks for the presentation. You found messages and others' questions as well as your own. Thank you. Thank you so much. Alrighty, so my friends, so I'm going to be wrapping this up. I'm just waiting for the reply from Mystical G. You're welcome. I like horses. So there's so much more to that within the connection, the understanding, the soul, the spirit, being able to work with telepathy. I think that you worked very much with that gift that you probably carried over into this lifetime. And remember, horses are strength and they're healing it, but they also are free spirits as well. So yes. So it's just one of your lifetimes. You've had many, many, many lifetimes, but there is something at this juncture in your life that is parallel to that lifetime as well. Because I was also being drawn to, I just want to say this, I also was going back and forth, but in that time period that you were asking, I was drawn to Central Europe, but I also was going to like the Polynesian islands as well. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining. And I look forward to seeing you all next week. Happy full moon. Feel free to read the blog, sign up for the newsletters, because as I mentioned, social media is social media. It's not always social, and sometimes your stuff doesn't go through. Just kidding. Anyway, so I thank you for tuning in each week. Have a great weekend. Take care of yourself and just be mindful that some of those emotional triggers within your relationships may pop up a little bit here and there. All right. Bye-bye, everybody.